Greetings and welcome to Eternal Stoicism. I am your host, Olivia, your guide on this enlightening journey through the mystic landscapes of Stoicism. This channel, which we have fondly christened as a sanctuary of wisdom, is a haven for all seekers. We delve deep into the rich and profound philosophy of Stoicism, unraveling its timeless wisdom and contextualizing its tenets for our modern lives. Our intention is not just to discuss philosophy in abstract terms, but to make it a tangible reality that can assist us in navigating the complex labyrinth of life. We aim to explore topics that are simultaneously thought-provoking and soul-stirring, fostering a sense of resilience, mindfulness, and tranquility within each one of us. It's not just an exploration of a philosophy, it's an invitation to a way of life, a life that could be more serene, balanced, and equanimous, a life that's less reactive and more reflective. Today, we shine our spotlight on a silent predator that quietly but persistently lurks in the shadows of our bustling, hectic lives. This predator, my friends, is stress. Specifically, we delve into stress as it impacts the workaholics among us, those relentless warriors of productivity who often find themselves at the front line of this battle. We aim to dissect the perils of stress, understand its roots, and arm ourselves with effective strategies to combat it. So, let's delve into the perils of stress. Stress, often termed as the silent killer, is a deep-seated aspect of contemporary existence. It's that unseen, insidious force that persistently nudges us towards the precipice, fabricates an unseen web of tension, and casts us into a state of ceaseless anxiety. It's the nagging apprehension that's constantly at the back of our minds, the incessant worry that keeps us on our toes. But what precisely transpires when stress assumes control? When we delve deep into this, we find a complex reaction happening within our bodies. During instances of acute stress, our bodies initiate a sequence of physiological responses. It's a primitive survival mechanism, a fight-or-flight response that dates back to the cavemen era. When confronted with a perceived threat, our pulse accelerates, propelling blood faster to meet the demand. Our heart, acting like a high-performance engine, works overtime to keep up with this perceived threat. Subsequently, our blood pressure shoots up, imposing extra burden on our heart and blood vessels. It's akin to revving the engine of a car, but instead of a short, adrenaline-fueled sprint, visualize maintaining the relentless pressure on the accelerator for a prolonged span. This isn't a temporary state. It's a chronic, sustained condition that can be damaging. Then enters a key player in this dramatic scene, cortisol, aptly dubbed the stress hormone. Cortisol is discharged into our bloodstream during nerve-wracking situations. In minuscule doses, it serves a purpose, offering a swift surge of vigor, diminishing sensitivity to discomfort and assisting memory function. But when stress outstays its welcome and becomes a constant companion, the uninterrupted stream of cortisol can havoc on our bodies. Chronic stress, with its unremitting cortisol release, can lead to a myriad of health complications, including anxiety, depression, digestive disorders, headaches, and sleep disturbances. It's a stealthy attacker that works silently, but leaves a trail of destruction in its wake. But perhaps the most alarming repercussion of persistent stress is its connection to heart disease. Studies reveal that chronic stress exposes our bodies to a ceaseless flood of damaging stress hormones that can have dire ramifications on heart rhythms, spur blood clotting, and even hike up cholesterol levels. This lethal mix of physiological alterations can inflict irreversible harm on your arteries, leading to heart disease, which is documented as the prime cause of death globally. In fact, cutting-edge research suggests that chronic stress could be accountable for a staggering 70% of heart attacks in individuals who are overly engrossed in their work, our so-called workaholics. They are the ones who often disregard the warning signs of stress, pushing themselves to the limit, and regretfully, they are the ones at the greatest risk. So, it's evident that stress has a considerable impact on our cardiovascular health. It's not merely a mental or emotional state, it's a formidable physical adversary too. It's a silent, relentless enemy that we need to combat if we want to maintain our heart health and keep our lives brimming with vitality. And it's one that we need to address if we want to keep our hearts beating strong and our lives full of vitality. Now, who's more prone to this dangerous silent killer? You guessed it, workaholics. Let's probe a little deeper into the universe of now, visualize a lifestyle ruled by lengthy hours spent at the workplace, an unending stream of tasks to complete, and the continuous ticking of a deadline clock. This is a universe where stress accumulates like steam in a pot ready to explode, where the precious weekends are spent catching up on pending office assignments rather than catching up on much-needed rest. This is the norm for many workaholics. Workaholics are people who are bound by the chains of extreme work, even when it's not mandatory. Their work infiltrates their private lives, often leaving or no space for relaxation or leisure activities. The lines separating work and personal life fade away until they become virtually indistinguishable. And here's the sobering truth. Research has indicated that workaholics are more prone to contracting heart diseases. Scholars have reported that individuals who work more than 55 hours every week have a significantly higher risk of developing heart disease compared to those who adhere to the standard 40-hour weeks. Imagine that, the silent killer lurking in the corners of the office, hiding behind mountains of paperwork, biding its time on the other end of those after-hours conference calls. It's a rather grim image, isn't it? This narrative isn't about spreading fear or panic, but it is about fostering awareness. It's paramount to understand the potential health dangers that are synonymous with a workaholic lifestyle. And it's not just about the physical toll it can take on a person. The mental and emotional strain can be equally detrimental, if not more. Official statistics are showing that workaholics are more likely to undergo chronic stress, which, as we know, is a significant contributing factor to heart disease. The ceaseless pressure to perform, to meet deadlines, to surpass expectations, all while balancing personal responsibilities, it's enough to make anyone's heart beat faster. Stress is a normal part of life, but when it becomes chronic, it has the potential to become lethal. Workaholics, with their unyielding drive and dedication to their occupations, are particularly vulnerable to such threats. As we navigate through this world, it's essential to remember that our health should never be compromised for work. Those late-night meetings, the extra hours spent at your desk, the skipped meals, they all add up, and the consequences can be grave. It's important to take time for leisure, for relaxation and recovery. After all, a well-rested mind and body lead to improved productivity and satisfaction. Remember, it's not about the quantity of hours worked, but the quality of work produced. Chronic stress and overwork can affect not only your health, but also the quality of your work and personal relationships. And it's not the quantity of life, but the quality of life that truly matters. It's never too late to make a change, to shift the focus from work to well-being. So take a break. Enjoy life outside the office. Remember, your health is your most important asset. As we can see, workaholics are at a higher risk of succumbing to the deadly effects of stress. How can we combat this? Let's turn to Stoicism for answers. Stoicism, a philosophy from ancient Greece and Rome, offers a practical framework for stress management, rooted in rational thought and emotional resilience. It suggests that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. This principle is a cornerstone of Stoic stress management. Imagine life as a tennis match. You can't control the wind, the sun, or your opponent's skills, but you can control your swing, your strategy, and your attitude. In life too, many factors are beyond our control: the weather, the traffic, the economy, but we can control our actions and our responses. So how do we apply this Stoic principle? Start by identifying what's within your control and what isn't. For example, you can't control your boss's mood, but you can control how you respond to it. You can't control the traffic, but you can control your departure time and your mindset during the commute. Acceptance is another powerful tool in the Stoic toolbox. Accepting what we can't change frees us from unnecessary stress. This doesn't mean passively accepting injustice or wrongdoing. Instead, it's about acknowledging reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Then there's mindfulness, a concept that's gained popularity in recent years but has been a part of Stoic philosophy for centuries. Mindfulness is about living in the present moment, being fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment or distraction. It's about focusing on the task at hand, rather than worrying about the past or the future. Practicing mindfulness can reduce stress, increase productivity, and improve well-being. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, tuning into your senses, or enjoying a quiet moment of reflection. Remember, stress management is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a journey, a process of learning and growth. With the Stoic approach, we can learn to manage stress effectively. Before we conclude, a humble request. If you found value in this discussion, do consider subscribing to Eternal Stoicism and stay tuned for our next video. We encourage your thoughts and insights, so please leave a comment below. We must not forget how crucial it is to manage stress effectively, especially considering its potential to severely impact our health. Remember, a calm and serene mind is the best defense against stress. Take care and see you in the next video.